baking turkey is going to be a lot healthier than deep frying. Instead of adding extra butter, you can prepare it in a low sodium broth or even oil. Seasoning with some herbs and spices instead of added salt will reduce the sodium content. Keeping the skin off is also going to reduce the saturated fat content. And I think another important thing to note is food safety. So making sure that you're properly thawing out the turkey in the refrigerator and cooking to proper cooking temperature too. So the internal temperature should reach 165 degrees Fahrenheit. And so for more food safety guidelines, check out the cdc.gov. If you're a vegetarian or just looking for a good turkey alternative, there's lots of store-bought options, Tofurkey being a most popular one, but you can also make your own Tofurkey, which is basically turkey made from tofu. But you can also use lots of beans and legumes. Beans and legumes are very hearty, they're nutrient rich, and they're filled with fiber. So you can get creative. You can make a lentil loaf. You could do a lentil shepherd's pie. You can make a casserole filled with beans. Just get creative with it. And then for a gravy, you can try doing a mushroom gravy. It makes a great addition to any vegetarian Thanksgiving recipe. So traditional stuffing is usually made with white breadcrumbs. One easy thing that you can do is use whole wheat breadcrumbs. You can even use other grains like quinoa, brown rice, wild rice. Another thing that you can do is switch it up a little bit and go a non-traditional route is you can do stuffed butternut squash, and you can stuff it with whole grains, fruits, vegetables. Something really tasty would be like a brown rice, wild rice, or quinoa. You can do unsweetened dried cranberries, and just the more fruits and vegetables that you're adding in the stuffing and using a low sodium broth, you're going to be adding a lot more fiber and also reducing the sodium content. It's what we put on potatoes and how we prepare them that can make them unhealthy. But they're actually really rich in fiber, potassium, and they're low fat. However, if you're looking for more of a lighter side dish, you can use cauliflower as the mashed potato instead. You're still going to get that creamy consistency, but it's just going to be a lot lighter in calories, just lighter, so then you can save room for some of your other favorite side dishes during the holidays. Another thing that you can do is, instead of using white potatoes, you can use a sweet potato, which is really rich in vitamin A and vitamin C, which is great to get more vitamin A and vitamin C around the holidays for our immune system. You can also use purple potatoes or red potatoes. So the more color that you're adding, the more antioxidants. So just a little bit more nutrient rich than regular white potatoes. So you can rest assured that pumpkin pie may be the healthiest dessert on your table. So pumpkin is very rich in beta carotenes and fiber. If you're looking to make a little bit more of a healthier dessert though, especially pie, what you can do is you can do a whole wheat flour, or you can even do an almond flour. Keeping the peels on fruits will add extra fiber. And another great thing about making your own desserts is you can control how much sweetener you add. So, just by using a fruit puree, like pureed dates are a great sugar alternative, a little bit more nutrient dense, a little bit higher in fiber. But I think the most important thing to be aware of too is really mindfully enjoying your dessert. So picking your favorite dessert and really savoring it, as opposed to picking every dessert on the table. Even the ones that maybe you don't really care about, that you can go without, really picking the one that you're gonna really enjoy. What I like to recommend is just using smaller plates. So instead of getting the huge dinner plates, get a smaller plate, and that way it kind of tricks your mind into thinking that you're eating more food. And always know that you can go up for seconds. So you always have that option if you're still hungry, but it's just giving yourself some time to, you actually have to get up and go to where the food's at to get more food. So it gives you a little bit more time to have your brain signal that it's full. Another, tip would be, after you're done eating, socializing away from where the food's at. So moving into the living room or somewhere else where you're not so tempted to mindlessly graze on food. normal for us to indulge around the holidays, but what's most important is that you're actually enjoying the foods that you're eating. So, instead of indulging on everything at the table, maybe you have one dish that, you look forward to eating every single year, and maybe that's a dish that that you're going to indulge on a little bit, but I think really savoring the flavors could help, as opposed to, mindlessly eating, and that's where staying present can really help.